to...
Then go and
Why
talk to him.
does Philip want me to read the Bible?
He thinks that if you put that mind of yours to good use, you could be a great scholar.
Are you saying I'm not putting it to good use right now?
No, but there is still so much you could learn. 3,
Right, is there not a
4,
pestle and mortar somewhere?
5.
Better not. I don't want to disturb him.
I do, you might have a pestle and mortar
There is
down
a
it.
sausage missing.
The horror.
No, there's not.
I've never seen him so sad.
Ah, no. Here it is.
Oh! There it is.
Now, let's see. Here we go.
Is this a timed thingy?
Yes.
Or just... Don't mess it up too badly.
Oh.
Okay.
Just a little more.
Then we've just got this little one, and...
Good.
Okay, it didn't go
And
red.
now, what? Milius?
Yes,
Do you know how to make a balm?
indeed. All it takes is some hot fat and beeswax.
Ah, thank you.
Squelch. Right.
You know, you really wouldn't make a bad monk, Jack.
What, me? I think that would be a problem.
Why? You can read, you know about herbs, and you are good company.
Is this supposed to be wine?
What?
Here, in the corner.
No, it's vinegar.
It's vinegar. That shouldn't be here. What was Cuthbert thinking?
Oh, Lord. Give me the strength to endure this without chasing Brother Andrew from my kitchen.
I don't think I would make a good monk.
Why not? Philip thinks so too. He told me.
Never mind why. I don't need to be a monk to come around and talk to you, right?
That is true.
And I think I should get back to work soon. Thank you for your help.
Right, so now we go and give that to the Fullers. And then we just go back to work.
They have problems with their hands and feet. Maybe I can find a way to help them.
I mean, I already have. I just thought I'd zoom in and then give it to them.
Try this.
Whenever did you find the time to make a balm, handsome Jack? Don't you have work to do?
Who would I be if I could just pass by ladies in need?
Does that mean you'll join us and do some filling?
I have my own work to do, so that won't work, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course. Suddenly you've got work to do. But I dare say, that balm works. My hands feel much better. Thank you.
You're welcome, ladies.
Right, so there we go. Now we just return to work. Because I think we've done everything that...
Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here?
Let's actually talk to Philip first. No, let's a little bit longer.
I think I'll go and see Tom later.
Let's talk to Philip. Is there... No, there's nothing I can do with Philip. I read his Bible twice. I still like my books better, but I won't tell him. Anything left with Martha?
Do you have a moment?
Of course.
Oh, never mind.
Take care for now.
All right. You too.
So, yeah, okay, we'll head back. I think we'll...
Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work.
Oh.
Am I really done out here?
Aliena did say to go and talk to her later.
I think I'll go and see
But
Tom
I don't know
later.
how much later. Do I need to wait for Tom to trigger first? I don't.
Nope. I should go to Philip and tell him the good news.
Okay, which I've already done. Okay, fair enough. There's nothing left. So I think that's it. I think that is it. Yes. Return to work now.
Jack!
What?
Come here, please. You wanted to finish your Corbel, and I let you. Instead, you pick another fight with Alfred.
Oh, yeah.
You throw ants at him.
Didn't throw them.
Don't tell me he started it, because everyone else told me you started the fight. Sub-Prior and me just told me you disturbed the monks in the scriptorium.
Philip told me to practice reading.
The Bible, not the kind of book you were looking for. Then you go and waste your time in the cemetery and the market, and in the kitchen, and chatting to the Fullers.
I made a balm for them. I wanted to help them.
You should have been working instead. Don't you know how close we are to shutting down the construction? If I'd not planned ahead, it would all be over now. But how am I to plan ahead if I can't rely on you, Jack?
What? Watch out! Whoa.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Up here! Hey, hurry up, quick!
Uh-oh.
What's going on here?
Your son thinks I dropped the stones.
You were the one who pulled them up, weren't you?
Of course. That is my job.
He was probably angry because he might not get paid.
Alfred, stop it.
What?
Peter, what happened?
I'm not sure. But there was a monk. He was wearing a black robe. And when he saw me looking at him, he
Yeah.
ran away.
We saw him coming in.
Maybe it was him.
A black robe? Are you saying this was my fault?
No, no. I'm sure I didn't recognize him. He wasn't from here.
No. Peter dropped the stone and doesn't want to admit
I
it.
saw one in black.
I assure you, a monk would never do such a thing.
I saw a monk in black in the market.
Oh, did you? I was there too when you were. Tell us, what did he do when you saw him?
He's almost stepped on a few chickens.
He almost stepped on a few chickens.
Wait, Jack is right. I remember now. There was a monk there, and he went into the cathedral.
I'll go up front and look for him. You check the back.
All right.
Where's the monk in black? Did he really cut the rope? Oh, there he is.
Where did he
Good.
go?
Is he coming up this way? Uh-oh.
Hey, you! Hey!
What happened to you, monk?
Mother!
Jack?
He's not a monk! He tried to kill me!
You did what?
Please,
I know you. You are with them. Did they send you?
Please, let me go!
What did they send you for?
Tom Builder! I was sent here to kill Tom Builder.
Tom,
What is going on here?
take heed. I know you. I know your face. Tell them that you succeeded. Tell them that Tom Builder is dead.
What?
Tell them, or I will find you.
Yes,
Speak up, or I'll put a curse on you.
I will tell them what you ask. Please.
What the hell? What was that? Why did you let him go?
He was after Tom. After all these years, it's happening again.
What is?
Just tell Tom to stay low. If we're lucky, they'll think he's dead.
Why don't you tell him?
I'm the reason they're trying to kill him. It's my fault.
What?
We should never have come to Kingsbridge, Jack.
So we're getting a bit more of Jack's backstory. So assumably that's what happened to Jack, father. Letter from Francis. So I assume we're Philip then. Switch. My dear Philip, it's been far too long since we spoke last. To tell the truth, there's little I can write, as all of Earl Robert's scribes are sworn to secrecy. I remember well when we saw each other on a New Year's Day and talked about the world of politics. Now that a few years have passed and the conflict between my Earl Robert and Stephen is still raging on, I can understand why you chose the life of a prior. Involving oneself in politics has always led to what only more suffering. I am accompanying Robert of Gloucester on his quest against Stephen through England. Wherever we go, everyone talks about the wonderful work of Prior Philip of Kings... about the wonderful work Prior Philip... Wherever we go, everyone talks about the wonderful work Prior Philip of Kingsbridge is doing. Your Saint Adolphus is well known, even in Wales and Scotland now. Your brother, Francis.
Excuse me, Philip? Philip? I'm sorry. Is everything all right? I was just thinking about my brother. What is it?
Aliena is ready to go to Shiring with you.
Then I must not keep her waiting.
Right, so we're heading to Shiring. And we follow the road.
As we rode, Aliena expressed relief that Percy Hamley held court in Shiring Town during the Fleece Fair, and not in her father's castle. I had not yet confessed to Aliena that I blamed myself for her father's fate. I felt the guilt and shame starting to rise when we came to a large group of peasants looking as desperate as the refugees that had come from Earl's Castle back then.
Talk to the peasants or head on? No, talk to the peasants.
Philip stopped to talk to the peasants, and so did I. Of course, he couldn't pass by people in need of help. Not even when he was on his way to try and save Kingsbridge from another attack by the Hamleys. Two of the peasants broke into tears and begged for food. Philip was mortified as they grabbed the hem of his robe and pleaded for mercy. They said they were from Wigley. They had illegally erected a mill and hadn't paid taxes to the Earl of Shiring for grinding flour. I bit my lip when they mentioned the title that used to belong to my father. As punishment, the Earl had destroyed their mill. Philip seemed unsure what to say about Percy Hamley's punishment for these peasants. I was less hesitant.
I'm shocked. Earl has to show understanding. But they're not really thieves. Okay, so they don't have that permission. You just go, okay, we're going to tax you now.
I asked why they'd built an illegal mill. The peasants told us that milling taxes had doubled in their village. The peasants shouted and cried that the Earl had also burnt their fields, destroyed their houses, and taken their livestock from them. A few of them had even been killed. Philip told them to go to Kingsbridge for food. As we rode on, he said nothing. Maybe he had begun to lose hope that he would ever solve his problems with the Earl in Shiring.
Indeed. Head on.
I had never trusted the Hamleys, but it seemed I had grown careless over the years. They had thus far kept their word to King Stephen, but now I felt I should have known that they would eventually break it. As I was thinking these grim thoughts, we passed by a gallows with two men dangling by their necks. An old woman stood by one of the corpses and snarled at us.
Stop and talk, or no, we'll talk to her.
The old woman looked at us like a cornered animal. Philip demanded to know what had happened. She cackled and shook her head.
She's looting.
She continued looking through the dead men's clothes. She'd already taken off their shoes and found a couple of coins on one of the corpses. Only now I realized that someone had tied foxtails to the corpses. Their hands had been cut off and their faces were burnt.
What happened to them?
I asked with a stern voice what had happened to the men. The old woman cackled and said that they had played with fire. When Philip asked that she should, by God, answer my question, she became serious. She told him that these men were poachers caught by the Earl's men hunting in his forests. Philip rode on, and when I caught up with him, I could see that now, more than ever, he was determined to talk to Percy Hamley.
So the whole thing here is, oh yeah, you made this great deal in the last book. No, it just immediately gets undone. Which is... What's the point of having all the... Yeah, you did this at the end of the thing, and oh yeah, you managed to do this, and if you're just going to undo it to set us back. I get, this is based on a book, and so you're kind of limited in what you can narratively do. But if there's no... If the consequences of our choices are then rejigged in some way to fit into the correct narrative, there's no point in giving us choices. I'm just thinking that because of the forests and the fact that we're travelling there for this. But, yeah.
Aliena rode by my side without knowing that I had long been responsible for her family's fate. Ever since I had made the mistake of trusting Waylaran by God. I felt like a fly in a cobweb. Every move I made seemed to lead to further calamities. But then I heard Aliena as she sped past me. "Shiring," she exclaimed.
And here we are. Oh, there we go. You did your best to finish your Corbel. With Ellen's and Melissa's support, you managed to help the Fullers. Alfred likes you, but you took revenge on him. Richard's trying to reclaim the earldom for himself and Aliena. Not really, he's just working with the king. You visited Cuthbert and told Brother Arnaldus you would bury him. You destroyed all 3 wasp nests. You came up with the brilliant idea of a fulling mill, and I caught the assassin. So, assumably, it's possible that you don't catch him? I assume if you don't get it right as to what he was doing, Alfred doesn't remember and blames Peter. Possibly. But there we go. Book 3 has been done. That was a long one, I think. Well, no, not too long. It's basically been this session, hasn't it? The new Earl.
This is him.
A face like that never changes. If anyone can get you an audience with the Earl, it's Sheriff Eustace.
I hope Percy Hamley will show more understanding with us than he did with the people of Wigley. I'm concerned what kind of man Percy Hamley must have become to kill people for mere poaching.
Or has he been...
Good day, Sheriff. I must talk to the Earl. It's a legal matter of utmost urgency.
Get in line, monk.
Are they all waiting to see him?
What did you expect on court day, monk?
I fear this is going to take a while.
I'll go look for Richard. Seeing that he's going into battle, he needs equipment.
In the meantime, let's hope I can persuade the Earl to rethink this breach of our agreement.
I'll talk to Meg about the sales of the Priory's wool as well. We will find a way to keep the cathedral's construction going, Philip, with or without the stone and timber they took from us.
We must.